to the weekly episode, the Premium Advantage, baby. Help you save time and money. Need to get your taxes done? Go to the website, thepremiumadvantage.com, get an appointment, need some help with insurance, send us an email, we'll help you out. Today, introducing Mr. Jawan Dante.
How's it going, guys? How's it going?
He's going to be sharing his journey in Houston. His journey that involves a little bit of transportation. It involves some music writing. It is something that I think everybody could learn from the experience, as well as himself. So I think, thank you very much for coming in today. I appreciate your time.
Most definitely. I thank you guys for having me.
Okay. And our co-host, Mr. Jacinto.
Don't forget, everybody, make sure you're stretching when it comes to fitness and nutrition. Check this out. Check out my ball. I usually have two, but right now I got one. And this is a lacrosse ball. It'll cost you 83 cents, and it'll change your life to improve your fitness. Yeah. And do that. Trust me.
But you're going to get two. So it's 166 cents.
Bam.
There you go. A little bit of math included.
Solutions is all we provide. Subscribe and win, baby.
There you go.
Please subscribe.
All right, cool. So if you wouldn't mind sharing with us a little bit on your journey, so folks know where you're at with regards to, maybe we can start with music writing or maybe transportation. I think is a good one because it really experience, things of that nature. So maybe a little bit of your experience in the transportation industry, so folks can hear it. If they're interested in going into this game, see how that works out for them. What do you got?
Most definitely. So what started me in the transportation industry, I was working in the warehouse, wanted to get out of the warehouse, and I was seeing, on the E-way, I'd be seeing white cargo vans. It seemed like they'd be out all day versus one place. I'm like, you know what? Are there cargo van owner operators rather than owner operators? So you think owner operators, you think it was big 18 wheelers over the road and stuff like that. So I'm like, it might be a little bit more easier. So, and I looked up cargo van owner operators, and there are cargo van owner operators.
Cargo van operators.
So I even took it a step more further. I bought a small box truck.
Okay.
And that put me in the most rockiest position, actually.
Okay.
So then I thought, with a 16-foot box truck.
16-foot box truck. Okay, so you went a warehouse, some cars moving, some people driving. I want some of that.
Yep, exactly.
Then you give me a truck, and you got yourself a 16-foot box truck.
So part of it is that you said that you didn't want to be sedentary anymore.
Yeah,
you want to be in the warehouse. You want to be out and about.
It's a big factor because there may be folks that have the same situation. I don't want to be sedentary.
Exactly. I don't want to be stuck in a job.
And so they can hear this and go, maybe this is for them, maybe this is not for them, and if it is for them, okay, what to do, what not to do, maybe so you have some information about. Yeah, exactly. Maybe in the transportation. What's up? Keep going.
Exactly. So even more insight. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make more money than a cargo truck. I want to buy a 16-foot. Now you called me these box truck companies and they said, hey, you want a 24-foot? Your truck is too small. I call cargo van companies, the original people that gave you the idea. Your truck is too big. You really should have bought the cargo van in the first place.
Okay.
So now you're in a rocky and a hard place. But eventually I did bump into a contract. Okay. I was making $160 profit after expenses within 6 hours a day. I'm like, okay, if I got this going, if I go to Texas where it's the biggest state, I could probably have more opportunity. No. So so I moved out here summer 2022. I didn't find my first $2,000 week in my box truck until the end of 2023.
Gotcha. So it's a challenging situation, I would say, I had a conversation with somebody last week, potentially about business, and sometimes you leap, sometimes you take a step, right? And so every step that you take, may not be exactly in the right direction. What matters is you're kind of aware, right? And it's okay to have conversations and go through this experience and ask folks, and then that way, you're not making just decisions without all the information, because there's a bunch of information that we don't know.
Exactly.
And so here we're gonna, discuss some of those aspects of the transportation industry, which is we say, hey, this type of truck, and then more other things. So was it a new company that you started, and what was the issue with regards to that? With regards to that, you started a new company. You had to. What were the barriers that you saw? What are you gonna run into? What are people gonna run into?
You're gonna run into. You got to pay attention to the type of truck and the size of the truck, and then on top of that, it's like, okay, if I would did this all over, I could have bought a cargo van. Like, you gotta pick out which size car. There's even different size cargo vans.
Yeah. So be specifically selected. It's not just buy a car. It's what's in the market like right now, or in 3 months when I actually enter. Right? Keep in mind, it may be that when you enter the market that you thought you were getting in, like just finished because you're out of season.
Absolutely.
So maybe bigger trucks, smaller trucks. It's a unspoken market.
all those, and that even kind of reminded me. It's like a lot of those multiple factors hit me. Is the fact that the market crashed a little bit with transportation.
Yeah, right.
I didn't pay attention to the details of it. So those factors will guarantee me for failure, which actually happened. Yeah. So
nobody's out there announcing. Nobody's out there saying.
There's no template.
Correct. So this transportation game is kind of, you have to be aware.
And the number one thing I'm gonna say too, man, whoever is around you and you make important. So if you're making your next decision and there's nobody around you, I'm scared for you. Yeah. So this is a simple fact. Who in the hell told you to buy a box truck, Juwan? Who told you to do this? And sure. There's nobody like personally around me. It's a great idea. Yeah. It's a beautiful idea, but who's around you that's guaranteeing that the idea is going to work? Right. So that's very important. That's why I'm with these guys today.
We're not guaranteeing anything. Zero. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing. So how much is guaranteed? The whole thing. I'm scared about
the ball.
Zero. But the price is not even guaranteed. The price, because you don't know if you're going to get paid. Right. So, I mean, here what happens is we get more information. So with this more information, you make decisions that are based, on other experiences. Right. So that should help with regards to getting what you're looking for.
Most definitely.
It should. But nothing is guaranteed.
So if you could do it all over again, what would you do differently?
So if I would have did this whole little thing all over again, I spent about $20,000 to start this business, maybe even 25.
Experience.
If I could have did something simple as black SUVs. They're very popular and needed around the airport. You got your GMCs, your Tahoes, maybe a Cadillac. If you $5,000 down, I guarantee with some decent credit, or if you got the right person with these cars, $5,000 down, you could walk out of there with the 2019 or 2018, depending on what year you're speaking on, and walk out with a decent year. Put these things out for rent and let these things make money for itself and put it on rent on multiple platforms, so it's guaranteed to get 300 days out of the year rent. I could have let this money work for, and honestly, I might be wrong, but it's the fact that I could have bought a piece of equipment and let it work passively rather than me being inside the equipment.
Well, every step. I mean, if the plan sounds flawless, however, there's restrictions there. I would say, I don't want to say restrictions, but limitations. Right. One is the cost of putting one of these rental vehicles on the road. You know what I mean? Because there's just, for example, insurance companies, that there may be something there that I would say, get your estimates, get your budget. That's right. Get your budget for the plan before you actually start paying for the plan.
Talk to Score. Score is at the Ion Center every Friday.
Yeah, they'll give you this feedback. Oh, budget out your plan. What are you gonna need? That way you write it all down. So this is right. Like the second plan sounds like a good plan, but then there's the little factors that if you write it down, it brings it out to forward, So
and that actually brings me to my next step. So that's actually where I'm at with everything right now. After all this stuff crashed down on me with the transportation industry, I've been linking up with get to your SB. If you're a small business owner, get to your SBDCs, your Scores, your Ion Centers. Where I met this guy right here, and I eventually contacted with Scores. I'm sitting down to replot this thing. I'm like, hey, these car rentals. So now I'm talking to this advisor from Score that's actually helping me create a business plan, that's helping me do these things and figure out, what expenses and how much ROI, how promising the next venture will be. And this ain't promising. I'm getting a good ROI from it after you buy everything and get everything you need. But, it's all about just locking in and continue getting those resources out. Even though I see the ROI, I won't be, and I so happen to get the funding, I will not press the next button unless my team around me saying, yes, this is going to be good.
Okay. And then also be mindful, there's always risks involved, So hey, it's gonna happen, but there's a risk. This could happen and this could happen. So be mindful.
Are you being specific to his industry? Right.
On everything, every decision. Nothing is foolproof. Sure. You have 10 plans and then bam, something changes. Right. Oh crap. Right. So there's the matter of flexibility. Being able to, hey, the plan may not, this will make where it could be a fall, this could create delays. Expanding the timelines, a bunch of things. Wow. I would say don't overcommit on your first plan. You just go, hey, steady, one step at a time.
Or go big or go home. Have you ever heard of? Somebody was talking earlier today I was at a all-day meeting, listening to people speak about being successful in gym industry. Yeah. And one of the guys said that when he first did his thing, he tried to open up his own gym. Yeah. And he's like, I thought if I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail big. Yeah. That's what he said. But then he's like, after I did that, I realized, wait, that was way too big. because it was dramatic,
Sure.
right? It affected his family and his life
It's
and
more
everything.
space, more responsibility.
It's way more. And then he has a kid and all these other things that get deeper, right? So learning from people is like
Sure.
what I think would have been smarter instead of just going all in.
Yeah, learning each step of the way. What can I learn? How can I, you know?
So that cliche, go big or go home, it's not necessarily the most successful way.
Not every single time.
And what
100%
do you
of the
think
time, right.
about? And what do you think about this? You got these gurus on Instagram selling these guru packages, you know, and because it's like because these scared people, these scared guys are like, oh, I don't want to go out there, go big, or go home, and take all these crazy risks and stuff like that. Let me go pay one of these gurus some money.
Yep.
Which guru do you trust?
Exactly.
Which is the good guru, and which one is going to take it? All the guru scammers, or which one is not? You know, so
Exactly.
I
don't
perceive
know.
a bunch of folks have good information. There's different steps, and one of the things that I perceive is that sometimes folks go, man, this is what you gotta do every single time, and it's like, it doesn't really work like that. You know, so that's one of the things that we try to, you know, move around here is nothing is guaranteed. You know, every little plan. So just gather the information, use it as much as you can, evolve, move, and go. You know, what else? Oh, music writing. But you also do music writing. Bam.
So this what got me into this whole box truck industry. I'm like, hey man, if these guys on an E-way having an easier day than me, I probably can have me some time. If I get me a cargo van, I can have me some time to do my music and becoming doing that, man. As I was like, even in my box truck and I'm making a little money, things is going cool at the time.
Yeah.
I found myself reaching out to business managers and PRs and stuff like that, marketing companies, and we only do commercial people, we only do commercial restaurants and stuff like that. We're not working with individuals and stuff like that. So as an artist, even with my Apple Music, you know, you got your favorite artists, you know, you look them up on Apple Music, they got a background, they got a pre-profile picture, they're updated. Yeah. A lot of these, they're not doing it themselves, their manager is doing it. Right. So now I'm an independent artist. Now I got all these things to figure out while I'm driving them, while I'm bumping around driving the box truck. So
that's not a good way.
It's a tough spot. It's a tough spot where I'm at. So it's like, you know, when I scraped up this $20,000 to free myself, I was kind of thinking small and not thinking big, and like, you know, letting this $20,000 work for you rather than you being in it and working in it. So you know, maybe I was thinking like me working in it, I could get most of my money, you know, and you know, being a little bit too greedy in the working industry can have you outwork. So that's pretty much where I'm at. You know?
So now you're doing music writing for folks.
With the music. I'm sorry, with the music writing. Back to the music writing.
We're out of this. We're not
outside the box show. We out of the box show.
Get out of that box, baby.
So with the music, I haven't been writing. I do want to get back to writing, so I'm just plotting out more of a passive lifestyle to fully get me back to writing. But all the rhymes and the music is still there. You also can look me up on iTunes.
Hold on, you mentioned you had a YouTube, iTunes, and an Instagram, or which ones did you have?
I got all three. I have a YouTube, I have an iTunes, and my Instagram is DonJayil at Instagram.com. And my music is the same thing, DonJayil on your search bar on Apple Music. And I think the same thing on, what's the other one?
YouTube?
Not YouTube. Not SoundCloud. What's iTunes competition? What's their competition?
Oh man, we're gonna be here for a while. All right, tell you what, you think about it, you give us a thought.
Right.
The events.
Spotify. Thank DonJayil for Spotify.
We'll put all the links below.
Yeah. Well, we definitely have events coming up. Next event coming up, we got Hacienda tonight.
Hacienda Tacos y Tamales tonight, Friday night, every Friday night. As a matter of fact, we just had a new announcement. We're going to start doing it monthly instead of every week. So the owners decided that we're going to pump a whole bunch of money into promoting it so that we can really pack that place.
I like it.
Yeah, so this is the last one until May 17th.
Perfect. So May 2nd is the Brunch Comedy Show.
May 2nd, Brunch Comedy Show. We have all the comedians set up. I'm super excited for this comedian list. I have it all in my mind and I have it memorized.
It's memorized.
We have.
Don't look at your notes. Don't look at your notes.
Y'all missed that earlier. Before we started the episode, I was yelling at Roberto not to use his notes, and then look at me using my notes. Isn't that crazy? I just want to make sure I said all the comedians correctly.
No, it's okay. No, you got it.
So we got Jeremy Lawrence.
Bam, number 1.
Victor Ramos.
2.
Joseph Romero.
3.
Ku Agenti
4.
and Mario Signs right now. So those are the ones we have right now. And me.
We're looking for 10.
And me.
Host.
I don't know. We'll find someone. You want to host the show?
Sure. Hey, you know what? I'm hosting.
Yeah.
No,
So there you go.
no guarantee.
So we still have a couple more comedians that we're gonna get in here, but all those that I mentioned are beasts.
Gotcha.
I'm super excited. I can't believe that Ku said yes. I'm just like, what? He's just my friend. I think that's why he's doing it.
That's right.
So
May
anyways,
2nd.
May 2nd, check us out, man. BrunchComedyShow.com.
At the Common Desk Atrium in East End, Houston.
East End, on the east side.
Sponsored by La Hacienda.
Oh yeah, so Hacienda, the one and only, the one that we're having a show here on Friday night.
Man, those guys are everywhere.
They're everywhere, dude. They have concerts there. It's amazing. So they're providing the food for us. So if you come out to this brunch comedy show, we got food for your face.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff your face, baby.
Cool. I like it. All right, cool. So we got the event coming up. Also, the YMCA is hiring. In case you're looking for something, for opportunities to be in a positive environment, the YMCA, go check them out.
Bang.
As a matter of fact, every gym is hiring, from what I understand.
Every gym is usually hiring.
Go look. Save money by the gym membership. Go over there, work out.
A lot of times they also include your spouse with the free membership too.
Oh wow!
So y'all will save money and be healthy and happy together. Happy together.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. We have a new newsletter coming out. It's scheduled to come out twice a month, every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So be on the lookout for information about the raffle winners. Oh, the raffle!
Raffle.
Raffle.
Winner is.
The winner of the raffle
I picked you, dog.
is.
I picked you.
Who's the winner? Who's the winner?
The winner is Felipe Lozano.
Mr.
Felipe.
Felipe
Congratulations,
Lozano.
sir.
Claim your prize, 104
Hit us
things,
up.
photo shoot, episode, event, or $100.
Money,
100.
promotion.
Yep.
Either way, you're gonna win.
That's right. You're already a winner.
Subscribe and win.
Let
y'all.
us know. Subscribe. Send us an email at info@mypremium.site.
He picked your name, so you owe him actually.
That's right. Shoot, it's a raffle.
I'm gonna like $20.
Just let him know.
Little something.
So the newsletters are going to be coming out. I like a little quick recap on tools for world peace.
Whoa.
We've been talking about the tools, but we're saying world peace. So how are you going to do the world peace? There's some stuff that I'm thinking should be.
You can't just change your name to World Peace and then make that
people, somebody tried it once.
Meta World Peace.
Somebody tried it. It didn't work out. I mean, maybe it's in the right
His
track,
name's Ron Artest.
but we're not. But we're in the right track.
He used to play for the Houston
I like
Rockets.
it. I like it. I like
He
it.
changed his name to Meta
I
World
did.
Peace.
I remember.
It's the guy that jumped into the stands and fought the fans.
I have to see that's a little irony there.
That guy.
Irony there. But we're working with it. We're working with it. He started. Hey, we gotta take the positive. I like it.
Look at the positives.
That's right.
Yeah,
So
he missed when he swung at the
you're lucky my name is Will Swinging.
Oh, I see what he did. Yes, because I'm World Peace. I missed-
Ooh, I'm
missed
gonna
on
show
purpose.
you. I'm gonna show you.
I love it. Yes, that's awesome.
Some stuff that we'll be talking about. Posture should help you relieve stress. Should have some kind of positive
Like
effect,
my
some kind of
posture.
correlation. The whole posture. Accountability partners. But hey, we're gonna do accountability partner at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Wake up, get it done. You're gonna get it done. Did it get done? Accountability partner. We talked about infinite markets. Infinite markets brings infinite money. So infinite market, infinite money. It's a lot of tools that we're coming up with regards to like available. I'm just saying. We can just think
We
about
got
it.
solutions here, is what we got.
Meditation doesn't cost anything. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. Just meditate. Your mind.
Hormone D, not vitamin D anymore.
Hormone.
Hormone D is not vitamin D anymore. It's a hormone. It's right outside and it's free. Go outside, get some D.
You pay
Wait,
for
that didn't
stuff.
sound right. Go outside and get some
You
D.
see where you spend about the problem is, you have to go around this guy.
Amazing.
The latest one from last week, the brain.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's got a
awesome.
brain.
Follow up with that one. I communicated
Yeah.
with Dominica.
Yeah, she's
Dominica.
Dominica.
I communicated with her because last week we had our show and I was going to perform that night.
Oh, okay.
So I forgot to ask her a question on the show. So I messaged her and I said, this is something that Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan,
Wow.
I mean, the greatest of the greatest have said this,
That's good
is
information.
you're supposed to feel nervous before a game.
Ah,
If you don't feel like that, then there's something wrong. So I asked Dominica if that's the case, and she said they're wrong.
Ah.
I said, wait,
Smooth
Michael
game.
Jordan, the greatest of all time, you're saying he was wrong.
Right.
She's like, yes.
That's right.
I said, she said, you should be able to control your body and your thoughts no matter what the
Bam,
situation is.
Brain
So
power.
I told her, I was like, so you're saying Michael Jordan could have been even greater than he was already? And she said, yes. Dude, so I took that and I used that, and she said, because I told her how I get nervous.
It's like, I used it.
Michael Jordan can do it. Get in me, right? Like a Care Bear, get in me. And so I was just like, yo, if Michael Jordan can do this, and she said that he can get better, I can do this. So before the show, I'm usually a nervous wreck. I can't eat. I gotta take a nap. I gotta work out. I got all this stuff that I do. I didn't do any of that last show.
Sure.
I went, I got to the show, I ate, which I normally don't do, and I was struggling because my stomach was in knots, but I did it, and I felt amazing, y'all.
Nice.
And I messaged her right afterwards, and I was like, you're so right, dude. And I killed it. It was also my best show that I've ever had in my life.
What? Brain? Wow.
In my life, dude.
Do you see what happens when you find out you got brain?
We can do it, y'all.
And there's a brain coach?
You can do it, man. Everybody can do this, man. I was just talking to Juwan about this, about how I learned how to play guitar. I didn't know how to play guitar. Right? It's like, you can do this if you have it. Just go for it, man. Some people have that lack of motivation, or they're sitting on their couch, man. Just go. Come on.
You're human. Get out there.
Do it. We're mammals. We're not humans.
Oh, wow.
Even deeper. Brain power.
Some new theories in development. Oh man, I don't know what's gonna happen. I know. There's 2 new theories coming up.
What?
There's 3 actually, but they're coming. One of them is the theory of improbability. We are currently running samples on this theory. We're gonna see how it plays out, literally, and we'll keep everybody posted. But there's 2 theories coming up. Theory of improbability.
Is that because the eclipse is coming?
It could be. You won't know until after it happens.
I like how you went up an octave for that.
That's what happens. Test the theory of improbability. Goes up in notch. Goes up in notch. And then the theory of the new pie. Oof.
What?
I know.
New pie.
I know. This is a strong. This is a powerful one. I'm still in development. There's a source out there. Let's communicate it.
You're talking about 3.14? That pie?
We're talking about, yes, correct. So apparently there's maybe a small, what would you call it? Potential error in that number.
Whoa.
Correct. It's hard to say what's true and what's not true.
Dude.
But I know. And the way that it was calculated originally, apparently there's a potential small situation with regards to it. I know, right? And then so now,
you know, there's people with tattoos of that number.
I know.
Like,
I know.
That number, people have memorized like every digit. Like,
I know.
That's crazy.
I know. So this is interesting because we're going to investigate. Because there's going to be some measuring involved. There's going to be some calculations involved. There's going to be some comparisons involved. And we're going to find out whether or not this situation about this new pie is coming up. Who's hungry?
That's good stuff, dude. That's good stuff.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Time dilation concepts. I know. Time dilation, time situations. You know how we didn't know electricity was electricity and time is time. And yeah, I know. Time dilation is one of the markets that is potentially coming. We'll see. I know. Everything is on the table now. La Hacienda sponsoring events.
We don't have a table.
I know. That's it for me. I got all my updates. What else you got?
Go to jajacinto.com for all your jajacinto needs.
And we wrapping this up in 23 minutes versus our
I
10.
like it. I know. I like it. Don't forget, you want some music? Oh, there's a new song coming. Right? I forgot to mention the new songs. I have some new